Hey guys, Maxio here back with another video for you guys, and for this video it's gonna be something a little different. I'm recording on my computer right now. I have some video footage that I pre-recorded already. Um, this is my video player, and I am gonna go over the intermediate stages of heroic. This is gonna be like a visual intermediate guide. I'm gonna make a novice one, maybe. I don't think too many people need it for that. I mean, I think those that have gotten the Shadow Forges get it easily now. It's just a lot more people after getting so many Shadow Forges want to try to get it in intermediate now because it's so much easier to get them, and everybody's wanting to start to do it. And I've had requests before, and I've even thought about it before, but I just didn't have the time to. And so today I took like 2 hours out of my day, recorded different footages of each stage, and here I am, and I am gonna make a visual guide for you guys. I'm sorry if this intro just to get this video started it's taking a bit, but here's the video, and I'm gonna try to go as much as to in let me rephrase that. I'm gonna try to go in depth as much as I can for each stage of each area. And so we're gonna start in right here by the name. We're going into Writhing Cascades. I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but the first stage of intermediate. And so just so if you guys are curious, this is my lineup here. I always run Spirit, Air, Fire, Earth, Air, Earth. If you guys want to laugh at my names, go ahead. I just thought about them recently. I was bored and I was like, why not? I mean, everybody, there's Fire, Earth, and all that. That's a different topic. But either way, let's get into the video really quick. So, like I said, I run them. Really quick note, if you guys noticed, I did not use any friends, and if you guys notice now, I do not have any friends running with me. For this stage alone, you do not necessarily need friends running with you if you have strong enough armors. As you guys saw here, actually, let me go back for you guys. We'll go and look at the stats really quick of just my knights. So there's my knights. I'm only using a pet that benefits two of them. HP is actually really good on all of them, so that's something you might want to really work on if you don't have high enough HP. But those are the stats for my guys. They're not the strongest. I've obviously seen pay to play who are like 10 times stronger than me, but this is what I'm running. And you do not need to take a friend. You might just want to use the heal trick that I told you guys. So the level up trick, not the heal trick, the level up trick. Get really close to leveling up. I use it in here. You will see it. And if you don't want to use it, if you're really strong enough with these guys, I think I could have cleared it without even having to level up. And if you really think you're strong enough, your stats are better than this, you can just go at it and you don't even need to level up. You guys will see I finished the fifth out of, or sixth, what is it? It's either 5 out of 6 or 7 out of 8. Either way, I made it to the very last stage with my main guy full health and everything, and then I leveled up and I was like, why not? Okay, so let's jump right into it. Very first stage here, so you guys know it's gonna be water, water spirit, water, water, and then an air kind of like mini boss. Not really, he's just a regular fodder. This is the fodder. So pretty much for each stage, you do want to be running mainly air units. Water, air, fire, air. Not really, because as you can tell, it's a lot of water. I do have a fire and earth just because I run it for the air units. The air fodder that they have. But you really want to be running like air, earth, water, air, air if you can. Those are going to be really beneficial for you, but that's just the first stage alone. Second stage, again, we're just going to jump into it. Let me pause it for you guys really quick. So it was water, 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 water spirit, and then I believe it's water air at the end. If not, it's mono water. Let's see. Yeah, just a mono water, kind of like mini boss. So a lot of air, guys. For this very first stage, Writhing Cascades, you want to run a lot of air. Again, water, water spirit, water, water, air. So no matter what, there's always going to be 3 water units, a water spirit, and then some different unit at the end, as you guys can tell. So either air, water. Let's see if anything else pops up. But you want to be running a lot of air. I just run the earth every now and then just because that air unit, and then here's a water and air unit that's the last one, but it's always going to be 3 waters and a water spirit, then something else. So you guys see there, I leveled up. My last night was full HP, and now we're going to the very last stage. Now let me pause it when we get to the last guy. So this here is the boss for Writhing Cascades. It's going to be a spirit and water boss. Depending on what you want to run. I mean, Spirit Air is really good. Water Air works against it too. I run my Air Earth armor because that's my strongest. If that's your strongest, run it as well. Fire Earth, not really, because I have it. I mean, it's fully maxed. It's gonna stun. That's great. It's not gonna beat it though because it's double elemental countered. But this is the boss. This is what you want to be trying to counter. If you need a friend, make sure your friends counter this guy here or whatever. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. Counter this monster here. Water and spirit, you want to counter that one so badly. And that's pretty much Writhing Cascades right there. So again, just to go over it again before it ends, Lots of air, guys. It's always going to be 3 water and then a water spirit. As you guys can tell up here, there's 3 water and then a water spirit. Always going to be like that. And then something else, either a water spirit, kind of like mini boss, an air mini boss, an air water mini boss, or a mono water. So you want a lot of air, water, air, spirit, air. Those two are the key ones that you really want to take. Air, earth isn't bad as well. That's something else you want to take. So now let's jump into the next stage, which is going to be Guardians Crossing. Oh, sorry guys, I forgot to edit that out. I will edit it. I will be releasing something later, just a run through of all of intermediate. It's gonna be probably like a 4 or 5 minute video. It's just gonna be a speed through of it. So I'm gonna be putting all this footage together and just releasing it like that. But this is gonna be more of a little in depth if you guys want to have someone saying what you need and you guys not, but if you're someone who's just visual, you just see each stage, you know what you're going to set up yourself, then that other video will be more for you. So now we're jumping into Guardians Crossing here. Let's see what I run. This is going to be my lineup again. This time everybody benefits off the pet, but I'm running my Ivory Drake, my Volcanus, and my Titans. So for this stage, we'll get into the boss. I believe it's an Air Earth boss, but first stage here you see Water Earth, Air, Air, Fire Earth, and then Spirit Earth. So depends on you. I'm running the Air Earth. It is going to be getting countered a bit. You probably want to be running just Earth Earth, Fire Earth. So as you guys can tell here, this stage, every stage is going to have Water Earth, Fire, Air, Air. So those are the 4 fodder and then something else in the back. So this one's Water, Air. The one before it was Spirit Earth. So it just depends. But I would recommend taking Earth, Earth, Fire, Earth, Spirit, Earth, something like that. Spirit Earth is probably a really strong armor that you want to be taking. Fire Earth is one of my stronger armor, so that's what I take. If you take, no matter what element you take, one of them is always going to be getting countered. But as you guys can see here, it's always going to be 2 air fodder, a fire and earth fodder, and then a water and earth fodder, and then something else, spirit air, fire. I mean spirit earth, fire earth, air water, just different ones again, but it's always going to be 2 air, a fire earth, and a water earth. So I probably recommend taking water earth, water earth, spirit earth the most, or fire earth. That's what I would recommend. Now we're jumping into the boss, and this is exactly what I was talking about. So it's going to be an air earth boss. That is the boss. So you want to be taking either fire earth like I have here, or a spirit earth. And if you can take a lot of spirit earth friends, that's good. If you can take earth friends, that's not bad either. The only thing is when it comes down to those spirit earth like mini bosses, they're going to be doing double damage to you or your friends, whatever you run. But it's not that bad. I mean, they're not like this guy. If this guy was spirit, he would be doing a lot of damage. And you guys can see here, I ran those 3 knights. I cleared it without even having to lose all 3 knights. I was thinking I was going to level up, but I actually took a little bit did it a little bit quicker than I realized, and so it only took me 3 nights. I lost half HP on my last night, and I cleared it like that. So that's second stage. That is Guardians Crossing right there, guys. Now let's jump into the next one, which is gonna be Sparkling Steppies, depending on however you want to pronounce it. Let's see what I run. This is what I run. Okay, so my Gusoku Oni plus, my Volcanis Inducia plus, and my Titan Zeomel plus. I use my Titan Zeomel the most. It's just, you guys already know that's my strongest armor if you've watched my videos. There's the stats again if you guys are curious. HP, and there's my pet. It is a max guild horn if you guys are wondering. It is a tier 4 maxed earth pet. Now this one, based off of what I've been seeing the pattern, it's always going to be having 4 fodder that are the same and then a different one. So this one, earth, fire spirit, and spirit earth, and then a spirit boss. So fire, guys, fire here is key. If you want to take fire water, that's probably going to be the best thing you can do. Again, here I do not take a friend. If you guys want to take a friend, up to you. Totally your choice, but I do not need it. If you are strong enough, if your stats are close enough to mine and you're running armors that are better than mine, you don't need to take them. Just use the level up trick. I use it here. I think I level up on the last stage or the second to last stage. You guys can see so far there was a spirit one at the end. Here's the spirit again. Air earth at the end. I didn't pay attention to the 4th one, but that's what's going to be coming up. But no matter what, every single time you go in, see air earth again, always going to be these 4 fodder here, just in different orders. There's going to be a spirit earth, fire earth, spirit earth again, and another spirit. Always those 4, but the last one's going to be different, either air earth, spirit, and I don't think I've seen anything aside from those 2. But you guys can see here I level up, go into it second stage before, so it wasn't the very last stage, second to last stage before, I believe, unless it was super early. This one might have been super early. But let's keep checking it out. So again, spirit. So it looks like it's only, yeah, there's the water boss. So yeah, that's all you can get is spirit or air earth. So if you take fire water, that is like key right there. That air earth one is gonna counter it a little, but that's the only thing. But take a lot of fire. So fire spirit, mono fire, dual fire, fire water, those are key. But always the reason I have this guy here and I don't have all fire is because of that boss there. He is a mono water boss, and if you take nothing but fire, you're gonna get countered hard by this guy. This guy here. I don't know why the Gree wanted to do this. I guess they wanted you to, strategize, but you do need to take something air, dual air, air earth, air water, anything air that isn't fire air, because obviously it's a water boss. Anything air, guys, because it's going to be a water boss. I don't know why they did it to us, but they did. And so you guys see here, I did it, just had to level up, and I got it. And so that's sparkling steppies there. Not too much, like I said, guys. Those four guys are always going to be the same. So I would recommend fire water the most on your guys, but you do need an air knight if you want to clear it, unless you want to wait till like you heal up again if you end up using if you don't use a friend. So let's go on to the next stage. But again, guys, fire water for sparkling steppies. Now let's jump into blazing tides. All right, blazing tides here. Setup I run fire earth, fire water, fire earth, and then I take a friend. Actually, these last three stages I always take friends. Just one friend, but I do take friends. So that's just me there. I don't know how about you guys. So it's gonna be up to you guys what you guys think your armors are. Here I was looking through because I didn't see any friends that were good enough. But fire water is key. The boss is fire spirit, so keep that in mind, guys. I will show you in the end. But I do take a fire pet. Again, pets are something that do help a lot. This pet isn't the best. I did it just to benefit all four knights. But really quick, like I said, so you guys see here, fire, 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 air, fire, and then fire. Four fire there, one fire with air. So water is going to be very key in this stage. Again, no matter what you take, you're going to be getting countered a little, but water is going to be very key. So yeah, just make sure you guys take water. So let's keep going. But water, guys, water's key. Fire water, I would recommend again for this stage, the most beneficial thing. The only thing is in sparkling steppies, take that air. But here, fire water is going to be the most beneficial because the boss is fire spirit. Make sure you guys take fire water in this stage. I don't take fire spirit. Again, you guys can tell by the looks of it, spirit's going to be getting countered hard. Fire earth is another great one. It is going to be getting countered by the boss though a little, but fire water is the best. Dual fire is another amazing one because then that one won't even get countered by the air. So actually dual fire is the best elements you can go with, guys. If you're going to go with anything, dual fire is the best. It will not get countered by anything, not even the boss, as you guys can tell. Air is the only other thing that counters, so if you run fire water, it is going to be getting countered. But nothing will be countered if you do dual fire. So keep that in mind, guys. Now let's get into the boss after this, like another stage, I believe. Yeah, so the only thing that can show up aside from the four fire is fire, fire air, and I think fire spirit. That's the only different one that can show up. And then again, the boss here, fire spirit, guys. So if you didn't get the concept, fire water is the key element you want to take. And if you can't, if you because that's more something that everybody can get. So fire water, I'm saying, is key because that's something more people are gonna have. Not too many people are gonna be having dual fire just stacked up in their inventory. But if you have dual fire is even more beneficial than fire water. But if you don't have dual fire, take that fire water, guys. Now let's jump into stage 5, Caballero Desert, and then we'll be jumping into Sunken Carrick, the very last stage. So here I take, let's see, Water Friend. Boss is Fire Earth, guys, so keep that in mind. Want to take a Water Friend. Water Earth is good. Fire Water is good. There's my stats again. I don't think I showed the one before. I apologize, guys. I will go back. If I don't go back and I forget, just go back into the video, pause it at that time, look at my stats, look at my friend's stats more or less, and you guys will understand it. But Fire Earth, guys, we will talk about it as we get there. But again, Fire Water is good. Water Earth is good. Water isn't bad. It's just water. I believe we'll be getting countered as well. But I mean, all of these are gonna be getting countered no matter what. And so let's jump into it. So fodder right here, as you guys know, this one is gonna be going. Is it? No, okay, not this. Fire, water, fodder, earth, fodder, air, earth, earth, and then a fire, water, separate. Last boss. kind of. But no matter what, it's always going to be two earth, two mono earth, fire water, and then a fire air. The only reason I take my air earth is to deal with these fire and air guys. But as you guys can tell, those two earths kind of they clear out my air earth very quickly. So I wouldn't recommend it, guys. Element wise, I would recommend taking water earth is good. The only thing is that fire air guy is this one, and then the one that comes out every now and then at the final, the final monster, like this fire one, he will get double elemental damage on you. So that's the only thing. Oh no, you actually deal double elemental damage. What am I thinking? I apologize about that. But he will be hurting you though. That's the only thing. And they're actually pretty strong. I don't know why those air fire ones are actually really strong, but no matter what, like I said, guys, earth, fire, water, and then fire, air are always going to be the four fodder, and then something else: fire, water, fire, air, and earth. I think those are the only ones that have been popping up. So recommendations: fire, water probably is the best, guys. I mean, fire, water. Why am I saying fire, water? Water, earth. I apologize, guys. Water, earth is probably the best because then this fire, water, like the fire and water lady here, won't be hurting you. Earth will not be hurting you. This guy will hurt you, but you deal double elemental damage. Whereas if you take fire, water, this one hurts you, this one hurts you, and I mean, that's pretty much it. But now we're jumping into the boss, and like I said, it is a fire earth boss. So keep that in mind. None of these bosses are easy either, guys. Don't think they're like gonna be two shot. No, I have not ever two shot them. I don't know if anybody else can, but I can't. They do take a good amount, probably like one, maybe 2 units if you're not that strong. But this one, like I said, key is water earth. You can take dual water, but those fire and air are going to be dealing double elemental damage even if you are dealing double elemental as well. If you're going to take a friend, maybe take a friend with dual water. But if not, I would recommend fire, water. Water earth is probably key though, so I would recommend water earth the best. And pet, again, guys, that's all on you. I haven't been talking about pet too much. It's just whatever you have the most there. I take this water pet, but it's just whatever you have the best. But friend wise, you want to be taking water earth or dual water. Fire water is another one that is beneficial as well. Not the best because, like I said, it can be getting hit by 3 different units in each stage. But water earth is probably key, guys. So now let's jump into the very last stage, Sunken Carrick. I was on my very last one. This one is going to be a lot slower for you guys. I apologize here, so I'll just let it run through. It's going to be a bit long. I wanted it to go slow. I was going to go into an in-depth one in here, so this one's fairly slow, but we'll let it take its own time. Here, I always take a friend as well. Like I said, last 3, I always take a friend. First 3, I do not take a friend. I just use the level up little trick that I say. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about tricks, jump over. I have a video that I made in the past. Tips and tricks. Go to that video. Check it out. Alright, Sunken Carrick. I apologize, guys, if my voice is getting annoying or if I've been breathing. I'm trying to get this all out, if you guys can't tell. And I'm losing my breath. I don't know why. I usually talk a lot, but I guess I can't do it for you guys. My apologies. Water, water, air, earth, air, spirit. Always the 4 they're going to come out. Fire spirit is something that just throws you off. It's one of those that are just meant to throw you off in the stages. Again, don't know why greed does stuff like this to us, but they do. Yeah, see, I was going really slow. I apologize, guys. But again, it's always going to be water, air, spirit, air, earth, water, air, I believe. Unless the other one's water. Is it just water? Yeah, it's just water. Okay, so 2 mono waters, air, earth, and a spirit, air. Then there's going to be fire, water, fire, spirit. Like I said, they're just throwing you off. Recommendations for you guys, I would recommend taking air, earth. Air, earth is very strong. Only thing is that fire, spirit, little, random guy is gonna be throwing you off. But if not, Spirit Air, I would probably recommend second most. Reason being, that boss, my friend, if you guys haven't noticed, I took a Spirit Earth friend. I usually take Spirit friends. Only reason being that the boss is a Water and Earth boss. But Spirit and Air, if you take it, it will be getting hit by this guy. No matter what, Air and Earth's going to be getting hit by this guy as well. Only reason I say take Air and Earth or Spirit and Air is because you're going to be dealing more with Water and Earth instead of dealing with that Fire Spirit. Out of all 8 stages, you're going to be dealing with the most you would deal with because there's 5 monsters per stage. That means it's going to be, 40 monsters? You're going to be dealing with the most 7 or 8 spirit monsters, like fire spirit monsters. The most would be 8 out of 50 monsters. So trying to counter that monster really isn't worth it. There is a spirit water here, as you can tell, so that's where the spirit air comes in handy, or air earth. Air earth is going to be getting hit for some damage. Spirit air will not get hit for any damage, so I would recommend taking spirit air the most, especially because that double elemental counters the boss. Only reason I don't recommend taking friends with spirit air, and I recommend taking spirit or spirit earth instead, is because even if you double elemental counter that boss with spirit air, these bosses hit for a lot. And I'm just being honest to you guys. So if you're going for those plus versions, expect to get hit for a lot. All these bosses, any of the tips I've said for any of these stages, they hit for a lot. So if you're not prepared for it, you are gonna get hit and killed. So those guys, they deal a lot. And like I said, recommend taking a spirit earth friend or a spirit friend, someone who doesn't get hit for even more, because it's just going to be killing your friends even faster. But I would recommend taking spirit air for all the fodder stages, or air earth for all the fodder stages. Then friends, like I said, spirit or spirit earth. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about when I get there. So, what stage are we on? I told you guys I took this one very slow. I apologize for that. But yeah, here we go. Here's the boss stage now. So you guys can see, like I said, Spirit Air will not be getting double countered by this guy, but you can see that it does a lot. That one monster does a lot. But Spirit Air or Air Earth, you will be getting hit a bit by this guy, but you do deal damage as well. Now we jump into this guy. See, this knight here I have has 12k HP, 11k on one of my other guys. He's getting hit for 200 each hit, 300 on a crit. Here's my Air Earth getting hit for 200 on normal. I don't even know how much he crit. 300 crit right there. And I don't think that was a power. No, it was 300. So this is exactly why, guys, I recommend taking friends with Spirit Earth or Spirit. Because you see, my guy here, this is on my main knight, had 1100 HP. I was getting hit normally for 200 to 300. That's only, what, 5 shots the most, and I'm dead. If you don't even have that much HP, you're going to be getting killed fairly quickly, and that's why I totally recommend taking Spirit Earth, Spirit friends. They will keep you alive a bit longer. You want your main knights to have those to clear the fodder stages, and then your friends to help you defeat the bosses. Those are my recommendations. And other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for all 6 stages. I apologize if this video isn't as good as you want. Feel free, leave comments. This is more of a community. I'm not trying to make my channel just for you guys to talk to me. Anybody else who has tips, leave it in the comments. Anybody that needs help, leave it in the comments. I will try to help you if you leave a comment. And anybody else who watches this video, if you see somebody struggling and they're leaving comments, please try to help them as well. Be nice, guys. Don't be rude to each other, please. This is, like I said, a community. I don't want people hating on other people. But this is all I got for you guys. If you guys are going for that plus version and you've been struggling with all 6 of these stages for so long, I hope this video helps you. I hope you guys get those plus versions, because I always get them, but I don't want to be the only one getting them. I hope all you free-to-play players out there are earning these plus versions as well. And if you've been too scared to do it and you didn't even want to go into the stages to see what they have, watch this video, and this video is going to show you exactly what those stages have. So leave a like, guys, if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if this helped you at all, and if you guys want to see more content. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.